being escorted into a building by two lovely young ladies asking for a drink and ignoring the cat on his shoulder, who's Mako. While this is happening, the rest of the party is a little bit down the road on a porch with an old man telling. With that, we pick up. So these two beautiful women lead you in, take you pretty much straight to a bar. You know, typical buttering you up, asking you to buy them an overpriced drink, obvious.
I get.
Does Vanir sound different to people?
He is. I don't know.
Yeah. So I am in Florida on vacation right now, so I'm on my phone using Discord instead of my. I will also be a little bit slower tonight than normal, which is saying something, but I just have my laptop, so I don't have a mouse and I don't have multiple screens. So I might have to switch between windows a little more than normal.
So make you switch windows as much as possible. Got it.
Yep, and then we'll, get through the bar maybe in the entire 4 hours. So, what were you gonna say?
3 whiskey on the rocks, or whatever the drinks they're getting. Sorry. 2 drinks they're getting, 1 whiskey on the rocks, and a saucer of milk for Mr. Snuggle Fluffy Buttons here.
I cat paw bonk his head at the name.
It takes him a minute to find some milk, but he does get some milk out, and basically finds a plate that's deep enough to hold a little bit of milk in it. Puts it, does it. Gets your drink for the 3 of you. The girls relatively quickly drink while still standing at the bar. Do you follow?
Do I follow the drinking?
Like, they drink it pretty, like, they basically, like, shoot.
Sure.
That's fine, Xander. Okay, so you drink. Bartender, without even asking, starts to pour more of this. All 3 cups are refilled. The 2 women again knock it back pretty quickly. Make a perception check.
Perception check. All right.
Or actually, what's your passive? I don't have that in front of me right now.
12.
Okay. This is gonna be hard. Okay. They knock it back. Are you gonna?
No, I nursed this one.
Okay. They are going to. Hold on just a second.
Mako looks to see if they're throwing it over their shoulder.
Like a continental soldier?
Do their ears hang low?
They wall to and fro.
You don't notice them throwing it over their shoulder. All right, so as you kind of nurse this one, they start kind of flirting with you, getting a little handsy, talking to you, how long are you in town? What are you here for? Are you looking for some company?
As Syl goes to like take more drinks, I kind of lose balance sort of and fall onto his drinking arm to weigh his arm down.
I mean, I'm not shooting the next one. I said I was nursing it.
I'm still doing it regardless.
Okay. Well, then my arm doesn't lift the cat off, so but I will respond to them. I'm in town for a little bit, doing some entertainment work, and I was hoping I could get in touch with a certain person who has reached out to me. I don't know if you know her. Her name's Rose.
At the mention of her name, you notice the two kind of get a little less handsy, and the bartender comes over and very jovial, like is kind of laughing. Where'd you hear that name?
Oh, it was a name that was passed to me. You know, if I was looking to be more, or to help out, I guess you could say. They were looking to get my services.
They?
They.
I don't know any theys.
No?
Awkwardly trying to get back on his shoulder, but like just kind of slipping every now and then.
I'm gonna do an insight check on the bartender.
Yep, go ahead.
My insight is terrible. 12.
I mean, what exactly are you trying to do?
Is he truly not believing either? So he says, I don't know any they. To me, does he actually mean that? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you bringing this name up? Or is he like,
He definitely knew the name, but when you switch from the name to they, he does not know what you're talking about.
Okay. Gauging, or based on that, there isn't really better. Is there a way for me to gauge that I feel like I'm in the right spot, or do I feel like I might be in a competitive side?
Hard to tell. If you know that you're somewhere related at minimum.
Okay.
They definitely reacted to the name.
Yeah. So I will focus
with that,
more
he
on
asked you, what kind of entertainment work are you in?
I am a performer of the musical and the physical arts.
Well,
you might have heard of me.
Word.
I'm playing over at the Bastardly Rat.
Oh, you're that entertainer.
Yes. The one and only.
Apologies. He waves to one of the ladies beside you, and she quickly darts off. He puts the bottle he has down and picks up a bottle from a much higher shelf, and apologetically is very, I do apologize. And he fills up your glass, almost over, gives you a new glass, almost overfilled. What seems to be a much richer cup liquor than what you were drinking.
I will toast a glass to him, and then I'll hold it up to Mr. Snuggly Fluffy Bottoms before I let him do anything else with it. Kind of like, you think this is all right?
Did I notice anything like, is this the cup that he was giving the other ladies?
No. This is a very brand new bottle. You both watch him as he, quickly turns around and, as an expert bartender would, reaches up, almost just as high as he can reach and pulls a very nice looking bottle, uncorks it, and pours this liquid.
I remain still. Do not jump on his arm again.
Okay. Then I will sip it.
It is, if you like spirits, it is very good.
I like spirits.
A very expensive booze.
I will take my time to enjoy.
Not long after, the lady who ran off comes back, and the one that was keeping you company leaves, and she asks you to follow her to the back. Rose will see you now.
I follow her to the back.
And you guys are led into the back room, what looks like an office, a nice, lush office. There's a very nice couch, very large desk, couple other chairs, but very lavish, very ornate, very unlike the bar you just came from. In here, big office. You see Rose sitting behind the desk. No one else is around. She's wearing a pretty traditional, beautiful. Let's roll for the color. Blue. It is blue today. Very beautiful blue dress, silver inlay, very well made. She welcomes you in. Ah, I see you sought me out.
I did. Figured I'm going to be here for a little while longer, and it would be in poor taste to not at least hear you out.
I do enjoy a man with taste.
May I? I motion to. Is there a chair to sit down? Otherwise, I won't.
Yes, there is, what looks to be quite comfortable chairs on the opposite side of the desk from where she's sitting.
Then I will take a seat, and I will kind of lean a little bit to let Mako sit on or place himself on the other one.
Mako does so.
It's an interesting cat you have there.
You can call him my mascot. He's always been there for my shows, and he's rightfully quite helpful.
I seem to remember hearing something about your party and cats, as they were.
Yes, they are a lively bunch.
Meow.
I seem to think I heard something of a stir caused at the Singing Maiden when one of your cats became a man.
I have heard about that. Can't confirm or deny those rumors, though.
If a cat
Make
could
a
look at someone
deception
deadpan,
check.
Cat is looking at that person deadpan right now.
But I imagine we are not here to muse on the abilities of our small feline companions. You had wished to employ my services? Is that what I was gathering?
I'm sorry, who
were
was
indeed.
supposed to make the check?
Stillborn needs to do a deception check.
Ah, gotcha, sorry.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, when you told her you can't confirm or deny. She believes you.
Your roles are visible to everybody.
Oh. Well, I have to fix that. But she rolled crappy, so.
I see that.
Oh, I guess you do. Okay. Well, so she begins to go through her desk. She pulls out some papers, presents them to you. It's basically a contract. Pretty basic. She's basically that she wants to hire you to perform an exclusive group of clientele of hers. in one of the halls that are here in her establishment. List, a bunch of things. She does mention that she will pay for exclusivity. Question mark.
As in, she isn't sure if she needs to, or
No, like she's saying, basically she's saying, she's trying to ask you, how much would it
okay,
at the Bastardly Rat?
got it. I'll pick up the contract and kind of look it over. Length of terms.
Yeah, so this contract is going to be for no less than 5 performances, no more than 2 performances in a day, no less than 5 days, compensated for each performance as completed.
No less than 5 days?
Yeah, so the contract would last for 5 days. You would be required to do at least 1 show per day for 5 days, with the possibility of doing an additional show any or all
Okay.
of those 5 days.
All right, I misheard the first part because I thought it was no more than 5 performances and no less than 5 days. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so no more than, yeah, what you just said. You got it now.
So it's at least 1 performance a day at no less than 5 days, and additionally possible extra performance each day, but no more than
Yes.
2 total.
In 1 day, yes.
So is there a maximum? Is that the negotiable part? Like, we're starting at 5 and it could go longer?
Yeah. So basically, the contract is so she guarantees you 5 shows, 1 per day for 5 days, with the option of having an additional show depending on clients, and then possibly extending beyond 5 days depending on, desire to continue seeing you, kind of a thing. The contract will pay. I forgot where I put that note. Hold on a second. Then there's also a clause at the end that she's made a separate page because she also wants to purchase your exclusivity.
Right. Is food and lodging included in this?
It is not listed, but asking her that, she said she would happily put you up in one of her finer rooms.
Is that only for me, or can my entourage also be included in that?
How many is your entourage? It definitely can be arranged.
Sorry.
Felines are more than easy to house. I'm assuming you're telling her the number of people.
Yeah. I would give her the total, including.
Mako did too.
He held up a paw.
How many toe beans does cats have? I don't even.
Yeah. I'll give her the total, including Saris and Mako.
It's 5. So.
I think that's right?
She says that she will easily find rooms for them at one of the nearby residents, or they can, pay to stay in some of the rooms here at a discount.
Okay. And when do you need to know this answer by?
No later than tonight, as I would want showing of the contract no later than late this evening.
What time is it right now? Out of character.
I was trying to remember that, actually.
Because we spent a decent time looking around. I want to say it's mid-afternoon. or early afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely looked for a little while.
Yeah, because I think we left at about like 10 or so.
Yeah, so it's probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening, we'll say.
So I have like 3 hours to decide.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so with that, she says that she will give you a 100 gold bonus for the quick decision.
Ah.
She'll add 100 gold to the contract. The contract also lays that you'll get 25 platinum per performance. Um, 25 platinum.
I can't hide that. I'm like, if I see that or if she says that, I'm just like, holy shit.
With an addition, including, which will not including the hospitality of her house, and the residence for your compatriots, or the discount if they choose to stay here.
That does or doesn't count all that?
It does not. So all of that is on top of this 25 platinum per performance.
Okay.
With a one-time 50 platinum exclusivity payment.
Oh man. Oh.
I would ask what's going on, but meow.
Okay. I see. We're looking at a couple hours for that. So I either, just to make sure we're clear on this part, if I decide to tonight, there is a bonus, but I still have the option to decide to do it tomorrow night, or is it just not?
We would have to renegotiate the deal.
Ah. Okay. Then, considering I have not a whole lot of time, I would like to use that wisely and at least go speak with my companions, as I did not bring them in here with me.
Why don't you have them come and you're welcome to sit in one of them, have a drink while you decide?
I don't see a problem with that. I just want you to be aware that some of them are not quite as conspicuous as I was trying to be to get here in the first place.
Sorry, say that again.
I have no issues with them coming in. I just don't know how quiet they will be in doing so, considering what options we have. So if you are okay with that, I'm also okay with that.
Led through private entrance.
Okay.
Come over there, and I will have them collected.
They should have been not too far from where I was, like right down the street.
You see your knock on the pretty quickly. A gentleman comes in from a side door that you didn't know.
What the?
She talks, kind of tells him the gist of mainly Hedon and what he kind of, and tells them to bring everybody in their party with them to a specific room. He, goes out, and she stands up and says, "If you'll follow me, I'll take you, and they'll meet us there shortly."
I pick up Mako, put him back on my shoulder, and follow.
Before he thing that he should say in order to already using it.
You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Cutting out heavy there.
Backtrack, she's basically been smart enough to do this. The say he's following him.
I'm getting half of what you're saying. Not even. Hotel Wi-Fi is the best.
It's pretty great.
Let me.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So I don't know about you guys, but that's a fucking lot of money.
Zandri will love it, but guess I can't say anymore. He's back.
Is it every now?
No, not really.
Well, that didn't very well.
He was doing so well too.
It sounded like it was gradually getting worse, and then just
Yeah.
every other word.
How about
You cut out right if you asked.
I'm not sure what to do. The internet's just being boot. I think everybody just got home from Target. Their phone's probably all connected to the internet.
Just stand outside and run the lobby. Oh man, yeah, just go to the business center and just act like you're on a business meeting. I mean, we can try for a little bit more and see what happens.
Can you hear me now?
It seems fine right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not at a business. I'm not a hotel, a rental house, so I don't have a center or anything I can go to. So what I was trying to say is, she basically asked, is there anything that the runner can say or do to alleviate any fears your party has in following him through an alley?
I mean, they really should have known that this was going to happen, because we didn't really set anything up for that, I guess, did we?
Nope.
I mean, they know my name.
At least give me
them
all of
my
their
name.
names.
Saris, Zandri, Hedon, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Soborn is looking for them. That they should know that they're kind of what they were walking into. Hopefully, if not, I mean, I'll chase them down.
Okay. The guy leaves. She stands and leads you back behind her desk to a door that leads to a hallway that leads to a door that leads to a very nicely furnished room.
I'm gonna get fucking lost in here.
It is a little bit maze-like, if you will. The room you're in is very nice. Very comfortably furnished. A lot of large couches. There is a bar. She tells you to help yourself to anything you would like as you deliberate. And kind of shows you there's like almost like a like an ornately carved metal tip stick hanging on the wall with a metal plate, and tap that, and somebody will be right with you for anything you need.
Thank you.
And then she excuses herself. While that's happening, Heaton, Ceres, and Xandri, as you're sitting on the porch, been, not too long, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Going over the contract, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and two gentlemen walk down the aisle, come to you, look at you each in turn. Ceres and Xandri, they get your names, but they call you by name, and ask you to follow them, as Silborn would like you to join him.
Xandri follows. Well, I guess Xandri will follow the group here in this, but otherwise, someone else should do the talking for her.
Do they
Like Heaton, maybe?
do
I
they
say
look like
thank you to
the
the old timer.
the same kind of guys that Silborn had been talking to earlier? Kind of dressed the same way?
No, I mean there's no real dress code, if you will. It's all just pretty common. They look like people from the city, but they don't really show any semblance to the guy that Silborn had initially the wall next to and talked to. From what you
What
can
type
tell.
what type of animal did Silborn have with?
You mean the cat?
All right, he's good. I say thank you to the old timer for the conversation and hop down off the porch, follow those guys.
Yeah. I guess I'll follow as well.
All right, you guys start walking down the street. You get not as far as you were before. Turn down an alleyway. Both men walking in front of neither of them, going to the back or anything like that. After entering the alleyway, they come to what looks like kind of a fence, and they unlatch a hidden latch and open, maybe a slightly narrower, relatively normal sized door in the quote unquote fence, and ask you to follow them again and start step aside.
Yeah, I'll keep following.
Okay. You guys are led through what looks kind of like somebody's backyard, kind of an alley, maybe half, to a brick wall. Same thing. There seems to be a secret entrance in this wall. You guys walk in, go through several hallways, making several turns. Eventually, you come to a normal door, which is opened and gesture you to enter. This is the first time they don't actually enter the room. They just gesture into it and say that he'll meet you inside.
Kind of sheepishly walk in, looking around.
As you enter the room, you see Silborn with a cat. I don't know what they're doing because they're in the room already.
Just chilling. I probably would have called the waiter to get a saucer of milk for Mako.
Mako
You would
spoiled.
have gotten the saucer before they arrived.
Yeah, for sure.
Mako is very spoiled.
In my head, Mako was sitting on a very lush, nice couch, sipping a saucer of milk as you enter.
As soon as I see him come in and be like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Meow.
Looks like things went semi well.
Uh,
Meow, meow, meow,
just
meow.
making. I'm gonna make sure that like everything's closed off. We're in the room alone, or at least it looks like we're in the room alone.
Do perception.
Perception.
Looking around the room, you don't see any windows. The one door that you saw is closed. It seems to be very well made. Being from a music school, the room's not necessarily soundproof as you've seen before. But with that being said, unless somebody is yelling, you don't think anything would be heard from outside.
Gotcha. Yeah, it went pretty well, and I'm gonna come up to Heaton and be like, grab his hand and shake it. I'll be like, and I'm gonna lean in and I'll be like, dude, she's offering a lot of fucking money. I don't know what to do.
Was there a catch?
There's always a catch.
Whoever's running Xandri, make a perception check because she would want to hear that. So I want to see if she overheard.
Give me a moment, because I do not know her modifier offhand.
I can pull it up. Actually, hold on.
I would say just roll a d20, and then if it's high enough, you don't even have to worry about it.
$13 plus her modifier.
I think she would have heard. Pretty good. I wasn't
So,
really
15.
keeping it that far down.
Okay, so she probably overheard. I don't know what she would do, but I feel like she probably would be very, at a minimum, very interested in the comment.
Yeah, her interest is definitely peaked. But considering what you did to lean in and keep that secret, she plays it cool.
Calm and collected.
Ceres
So-
is just kind of looking around the room while this is all going on.
After saying that, I'm gonna lean back in a normal voice, be like, "So, we have time to talk about it. You know, get some drinks if you would like. The bar's right over there. If I remember correctly, Veneer, you said there was a bar in here,
Yep,
or
fully
like a small,
stocked
yeah.
bar.
And if we have any concerns, we can call on them. Did she give me the? Was I able to hold on to the contract?
Yeah.
Okay, I hand that over to Heaton. I was like, this is a contract she's looking for.
You're pretty familiar with contracts, I think. However, it's very weird because it's talking about performance, you know, schedules and number of times performed as opposed to murdering goblins.
How specific?
You know, just off the cuff.
Does anything stand out to me as him getting ripped off?
No?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad about the bastardly rat is my only concern.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it, I wasn't going to be there forever. And it's not like I can't ever play there again. She's only looking for exclusivity. As long as I read it correct, as long as I'm reading this correctly, it's exclusivity during the timelines in this contract for me playing. So if I decide to go back over there after that, shouldn't be an issue.
That sounds fair.
How?
Yeah.
How long is that exclusivity?
No less than 5 days, and I think what that means is
So
5
that's-
days for sure, and then discussion for more afterwards.
It's not going to interfere with that meeting we're supposed to have, is it?
I don't think so, and if it does, you guys don't have to be there for the plays. I do. I'm the only one really who has to be there. Everybody else could go without me. But I'm open to whatever you guys have to say about this. This is a little new. Gonna say that yeah. I mean, yeah.
Is this what you want to do?
This is the big leagues. Like, I mean, playing for people is great and all, and getting the fame and fortune, but they go hand in hand sometimes. And it's not forever, right? Like, I'm playing privately for people specifically, but I don't always have to be. I think this is a win.
All right. Do you want us at the shows? Are they allowing us to come to the shows?
I didn't ask about that one. I wanted to make sure you guys were housed accordingly and taken care of, but I didn't ask whether or not you needed to be or could be. I don't see, for you especially, right? You're my stagehand. You need to kind of be there, so I could easily get that in. The rest of you, if you want to, I can talk about it. If you don't want to have that pressure, or I don't have to bring that up either. But I don't see why you couldn't. You just may not be able to be in the contract. Frank, is it everything is private, or is it each day one show in a more private area, and then the second show is the private clientele, or is every single act?
No, everything would be private to her. You don't know if you're playing for her. You don't know if you're playing for a small group of people. She mentioned for her clientele,
Okay.
but you didn't ask how many people. For all you know,
Okay.
you're going to be playing for an entire hall worth of people, or it could be the 3 people that were sitting at the table with her that day.
Okay, so I don't know, and this is probably a good clarification point to make. If it's a private show, I doubt it, but if it's considered a public type show, even if it's in a private theater, I don't see why you couldn't. But that's something I could bring up to her.
We're probably not going to be able to stay at the Bastard Lido Brad anymore because probably won't be too happy about you not performing there anymore.
Well, just let them pay.
I mean, I'm not gonna never be able to perform there again. This is exclusivity for a small period of time.
It's just they might not be too happy if you don't perform tonight when they're expecting you to. Does seem like he's putting a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
As long as you can get off for a little bit when our meeting is. Does the 5 days intersect our meeting with the town official?
Veneer.
I don't know. I don't have access to those notes right now, so if the party doesn't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
feel
what
like-
day it is. If the 5 days.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, I think it does.
Because it was a
We've been
week
here
and a
for a
half, and we've been here for what, 3-4 days?
Yeah. So maybe not. It's really close.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I knew it was going to be close. I don't know how many days we've slept.
I think it's been at least 3 days that we've slept. Because there's been, what, 3 performances, right?
Yeah, but some
Yeah.
days, a couple times he didn't perform. Maybe once or
Yes.
twice.
Pretty sure
So-
I performed. Yeah.
I thought he performed
Let's
every
assume
night.
it is going to intersect. Yeah, as long as you can get off for that, I think we're okay. Or we can handle it while you're playing.
Yeah, I guess it basically boils down to how upset the guy at the Bastardly Rat would be. That's a lot of money, though.
Well, just tell
Maybe-
him you're gone for a week.
I won't be gone, though.
I mean, he's not coming here.
Well, if we're worried about that, you could say you won't be able to make performances for the 5 days or whatever, and if it's a lot of money you're making, you could use part of that to recoup some of his expenses that he
Oh yeah,
paid for Fenning.
that's exactly.
or-
That was what my thought process was. I was gonna give him some of the money and be like, thank you. I can't perform for 5 days, but I can certainly come back afterwards, or we can talk about that. Because I'm not gonna. I don't want to. No, I get it. Yeah. That was my thought process too. I don't want to spurn her either, because you never know. You got to be real careful. Sometimes they can control a lot, and you don't know it until it's too late.
There isn't anything that seems questionable in this contract that could be construed a different way than what you're thinking.
I don't see it. It seems
How
pretty
many
straightforward.
contracts has Arceris dealt with to know that?
I don't know.
I've not
Probably
really
none.
done contracts, so I don't really know what to look for. It seems pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Tell her to do it. Do we have to tell her now?
Yes. So I have to be ready for a performance tonight, or if I decide not to do it tonight, then we're going to renegotiate tomorrow, and that generally is not a good thing. And I get a bonus if I do it tonight.
All right. Well, if they won't let us in tonight, we'll go check out the town, try to find something to do. But I think you should do it.
Do
If
whatever
who
you
won't let you in tonight?
If they won't
Oh,
let
for
us
the-
in,
for the performance.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. Yeah, you guys should have at least accommodations all set for you, and whether or not you for certain accommodations or even the higher ones, whatever they have, what that means, we'd have to talk to her or whoever she has for that. But yeah, what's everybody else's thoughts?
and do whatever you feels right.
Meow.
So I will look at Zandri to get her opinion on it.
Sandri's back.
Doesn't sound shady.
Well, that's good. I would hate that to be. That was my biggest concern, really.
She seems, from what you've told us, to be pretty much on the up and up. But it,
besides the running of the illegal brothel,
I
eh,
don't know if I'd want to actually stay in this place.
is
You
the
don't
floor
have
sticky? Ew.
You don't have to stay here. You could stay. I acquired accommodations, and she said it would be in areas around here, or if you wanted to be in this establishment, it'd be at a discounted price. So You're not forced to be here specifically. I hope that's okay.
Who knows what's in here?
Yeah, Kat, you're probably gonna want to wash your hands when you're a man again.
Looks at Heaton, slowly lifts paw to mouth, licks paw.
No, no.
I'm gonna look away and I'll be like, all right, so great. So I will need to make sure that Heaton, you're gonna be with me at all times because you are considered my stagehand for this, and I should bring that up as soon as possible. And then we're gonna want to do something about. I'll talk to the guy at the Bastardly Rat, whose name I don't remember off the top of my head. And then we'll go from there. So I ring the fucking waiter thing.
Yep. As soon as you knock on it, not even a minute later, you hear a knock on the door and it slowly opens.
Yes, we are ready to speak to Rose again.
Oh, perfect. Give me just one moment. And he closes the door again. Not very long later, Rose enters through that same door, and well, that was faster than I expected.
One caveat. Heaton, I motion to Heaton. He is my stagehand. He has helped me prep all of my shows. I require his services for my performances. Is that okay?
A single individual should not be a problem, so long as he is an experienced stagehand and knows how to make him scarce, as it were.
I believe he does. And I'll kind of give him a look.
Just nod my head.
And the final question for these performances, if they're considered public in a private theater, would my entourage be able to watch? If that makes sense.
None of these performances will be public, dear.
Okay. Well, then I guess that answers that question.
However, we do offer plenty of entertainment for their liking if they so choose.
I will leave that up to them to whether or not they will accept. But yes, I accept those terms based on what we have discussed.
Well, then we have much to do. Are you... I don't remember where your outfit was.
So,
in terms of...
one of ours needed one more modification, and I couldn't remember whose, if it was mine or Eden's.
It was yours.
It was yours.
Okay, so I needed, my outfit needs a little more modification, and I will point that out. I need to make sure my outfit is...
You don't have that outfit. I remember now. It was some of the embroidery was not completed, and she needed to.
Right.
Was what it was. Okay, so I believe she was there the night that you performed with that outfit. Or no, I don't think she was actually.
No, she wasn't, because he only had it
Because he only did it once, and it was the last time. Yeah, so she hasn't seen it. So she is now saying, well, there's much to do. She walks over to the desk. She flips the contract to the final page where there's 2 lines for a signature. She signs her name, simply Rose. Looks at you to hand you the pen.
I go over and I sign it.
Okay. She then flips to the final page, which is the exclusivity agreement, and asks you, in terms of the generous exclusivity fee.
I will sign that as well.
Okay, and she signs her name and then hands you the pen questioningly. She smiles, reaches into a sleeve and pulls out a coin bag and hands it to you.
I will accept it.
As soon as you're done signing it, she says, is basically, I look forward to doing business with you. She goes to, collects all the papers and asks you if you would like a copy of the
Yes.
document signed. Obviously, she'll keep the original, of course.
Of course.
I put my hand in my pocket and grab my coin and take it out and flip it one time and grab it. And I look at her and say, "You're going to make sure of his safety, correct?"
His safety.
Yeah, I don't know these people.
I was not under the impression that his performances were dangerous.
With the people coming in.
The people coming in will not be a threat to him.
Can I roll on that?
Yeah. She is slightly offended at what you're suggesting.
I don't care if she's offended, but is she telling the truth?
She's slightly offended that you would think that her clientele would harm her entertainment.
I'm conflicted because I'm like
The truth.
kind of giving him a look, but I'm like, fuck, that's actually not a bad question to ask either.
Heaton doesn't care, so he just sort of just stares at her. But nods to her afterwards. That's all I wanted to know.
If you'd like to, I can show you to your rooms.
Yes. How much time do I have? Because I need to make sure I need to get my outfit before I'm ready for tonight.
How long do you guys think that you spent deliberating?
We'll say 30, 40 minutes because it wasn't a long discussion.
Okay. She says you have a couple hours. This evening's performance will be a little later.
Okay.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but you are being compensated for it.
Yep.
We will, in that time, I will need at least two half-hour increments, an hour apart from each other, in order to refine your look, if you will. Several of my tailors on staff will attend to that as needed, and they will just need some time to take your measurements and whatnot.
I mean, I've got okay, sure.
As she's saying this, she's walking towards the and saying that, you're welcome to follow me, and I'll show you to your. And will your companions be in with us? Would they like to be housed in some nearby residence?
I'm gonna look at
Or
them.
would they like to find an accommodation?
You're getting hard to hear again.
Yeah, I didn't hear most of that.
Well,
He was trying to say whether or not you guys are going to be in the brothel area or seated or living outside of it.
Definitely not on the brothel.
Definitely hops over to Zandri's shoulder.
so your options are rooms near Soborn that you'll have to pay a discounted fee for, some residents near, you can nearby, or you can find your own accommodations, such as in one of the other inns or what.
I don't know. I would think That we would want to be fairly close in the same general area.
Yeah.
How much is the discounted rate?
Depending on how many it would be, it would be 1 platinum for the intuit per room. And as you guys, she is leading you down hallways, doors that is, which is a little weird.
1 platinum for the room for the entire time.
1 platinum per room for the entire 5 days.
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Before we go further, I want to make sure we get clarification on the prices. It was 100 GP for the quick reply, 25 platinum per performance,
Yes.
and then 50 platinum for the exclusivity.
Yes.
Okay. I think that was it, right? There wasn't anything else on that?
Nope.
Okay.
And it's so if you want to go ahead and mark it down, it's 25 platinum per performance, guaranteed 5.
Yep.
And then there is possibly 5 more, but that's to be determined day by day.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
And I will.
And as you guys are, okay.
I will mention to anybody who wishes to stay here, I will pay for your room here with this money.
I would rather be close in case, this isn't as up and up as we think it might be.
Okay.
As you guys are walking, anybody who's trying to track where you're going to make a survival check for me.
Trying to check what?
Otherwise, where you came from and where you're going, kind of thing. If you're not trying to do that, there's 0 chance you're going to do that. So.
Yeah. So basically, he's saying
Nope.
this place is a bit of a maze. If you want to try and see where you're at all times, you need to make a survival check.
Okie dokie. Give me a second.
While she's dang.
That makes sense. I've been in there as long as Sil has.
Damn.
Yeah, you have an idea. You're not sure you could get back to the exact room you were in, but you think you could get out of the building if you had to. Sarah and Andrew, you guys don't know where you are. She turns and opens a final door. Silborn, she's ushering you and saying these will be the room we have available. It's one of our lower end middle suites, but it's what I have available. Hopefully it will fit your liking. Assuming you walk in, as you walk in, it is a very large room. You have a separate door for a private bathroom, a separate door for a private bedroom, and a separate door to basically what looks to be like an office kind of a. And the living, like kind of it's basically like a suite. And the common area is larger than 2 of the rooms you're staying at in the bathroom.
I'm gonna motion the heat, and I'm like, it's got its own bathroom. Are you kidding me?
This place is huge.
She obviously says, and the rooms for your companions, if they chose to stay here, would be one of the smaller suites. Probably about half the size of.
Do they also have their own bathrooms?
But
Okay.
there is a common bathroom in each hallway, not very far away.
If you guys want to use my bathroom, you can. That's cool.
Meow.
You also notice the same thing. There's a little metal plate with a little metal knocker just inside the door.
I am not in
you-
shock, but I'm just like kind of a little awestruck at the level of decadence this place has.
You have your own bar as well.
What?
She motions to it and says, of course, it's included in the room. If you find anything to your disliking or have any specific requests, feel free to ask the servant, and we'll do our best to provide whatever you desire. Extravagance may have a fee, but up to a limit, it is all included.
Well, all right then.
Would you like me to send someone to the Bastardly Rat to give a courtesy notification
No,
that you will not be there tonight to
I
Horace?
feel that's best to be done in person. I can't be that impersonal to somebody. Not after what they've done for me. So
Oh, darn, you cut out.
I cannot be that impersonal to somebody. I feel it'd be best to
He
be
gone.
something I should approach him with.
He's gone. He's back.
Bye.
And one more time, please.
With the same seriousness, the same levity that you just had.
Fucking. I appreciate the gesture, but I cannot be that impersonal to somebody with what he has done for me. I would rather talk to him personally.
To be respected, just remember the contract has been signed.
Of course.
Have you made a decision on where you're going to stay, looking at the rest of you?
I think we want to stay close by, right?
Meow meow.
Categories.
She looks a little puzzled at you and the cat.
Well, I think Xandri and Hedon are interested in staying, but I think Saris and my other companion Mako, who is currently occupied, will probably have their rooms nearby. Does that make sense?
I'm fine with sharing a room with somebody.
Eating through.
All right. If we're staying here, me and Xandri can split a room here.
So, share a room, 2 rooms.
We share a room. I could probably stay here.
Okay, I guess 2 rooms then. 2 extra rooms rather.
Mako
Okay.
hops off of Xander's shoulder over to Saris' shoulder.
2 extra rooms, of course, that can be arranged. Unfortunately, this wing of the premise is not where you'll be staying. Those rooms are a wing over.
Let it be known that it is not the party that is splitting the party.
You can stay in one of these suites, however, they are a bit more than 1 platinum.
How much is a bit?
Room's
For
big
a
enough.
room such as this, the lowest I could go would be 5 platinum for the week.
But we could all stay in it because it's half. The other room is half the size.
Slumber party?
That is your choice.
What he
Each
said.
room only has 1 bed.
I mean,
I can
We've-
sleep on the floor.
sleeping outside. Yeah.
I'm gonna like break out.
May I also direct you to the bathing chambers?
Was that set to Hayden?
Yeah, I think that was.
Heaton is fresh, man. Ever since he got his new shirt, he's been taking very good care of his new shirt and himself.
Sarah's not so much.
Nah, all right. So it's your choice. There's a room not exactly across the hall, but just down the hallway a little bit. That is just like this room. 5 platinum for the 5 days you're here.
I'll look at the group. I don't mind. You guys can decide either or.
Yeah, it's probably better to be closer.
All right.
Is this place like stone or wood walls or what?
She knocks on the wall next to her, and I would guess wood.
Do you have like a map in case there's a fire for what's the easiest way out?
Where the fire isn't, I would imagine.
Runs away from fire into dead end. Awesome. This is how it ends.
My time has come.
You will have noticed this ring. Obviously, it is a little difficult to traverse this establishment. That is by design. But anything you knock on this plate, and very quickly a servant will be here to either escort you where you wish to go or provide you whatever.
Thanks. To the room.
With that, I will take my leave. Silvor, in the next few minutes, one of my tailors will arrive to assist you. You will have your choice to utilize my tailors, retaining none of the clothing they produce, or you may hire them yourself if you so choose. I will leave that up to you. And as soon as I have the time for your performance, a servant will track you down somewhere in the city and provide you that information. Once that information is provided, I will expect you back here at the bar downstairs at least 1 hour prior to that.
Understood.
Good day, and she'll leave.
Good day. As soon as she leaves, I'm gonna turn to Heen and be like, "What the fuck? This place is crazy."
Yeah. A little unsafe. I'm not so sure about the fire question, but
I mean, how often are you gonna see a fire in a place like this? Because this is her. I wouldn't say this is exactly her livelihood, but this is her business. Like I don't think she's gonna want a fire anywhere near this, right? I think we'll be okay.
yeah. It's nice. You get a weird feeling about her, so just be careful.
Well, it's like the rest of the group said, she's not exactly running a legal business, so you kind of have to have a certain savvy sense about you to do such a thing.
Yeah. So what's the plan? Go back to the Bastille Rat, talk with them.
Well, I gotta wait for the tailor first because she said he was gonna show up in a few minutes. But yeah, once we get that, I'm gonna head back to him and I'll give him some money. I'll probably pay him back what he paid me and be like, "Hey, I can't play for you for a few days, but if you tell everybody who's looking for me that I'll come back in a bit, that actually might make work out better. Because if I play in a place too long, eventually people are gonna get bored of it, right? So I think that might work out in the end."
Not very long later, you guys are chilling and knock comes on the door. This knock does not open the door, just knock.
I open the door.
There is a short, balding man who is carrying some, I don't know what they're called, but like basically a pallet of fabrics, if you.
Yeah, please come in.
And some needles and thread and whatnot. Quite obviously the tailor.
Yep.
Do you What do you
No, he stays outside. Yes, I let him in.
Okay. So he enters. As soon as he enters, he looks at you and says, you must be on Rosa's good side. And he kind of points to the bar and says, do you mind?
No, go ahead.
He goes over and he hands you the color palette, and he says, so we don't have a lot of time. We have a lot of seamstresses, so I am simply here to the clothing you require. Make sure it's designed appropriately, and then I will provide it to them to get it created for you. I believe she offered you the ability to hire us yourself in order to retain the. Is that an option you are looking to do, or bring himself a drink?
Is that an option I can take at the end when I see the end product? Because part of what I was understanding is she wanted me to look a certain way, so I don't have much creative freedom here.
No, he is here to get what you want. Are you asking him this?
Yes. Yeah, I'm saying this in person.
Okay. I apologize for the misinformation. Rose has no regard for what you look like, but how you look. For instance, and he gestures to your current clothes. This would not be acceptable. And he gestures to himself, and you notice he is in fine silks and very, very fine material. He has some embroidery, but not a ton. And he basically says, if a simple tailor must dress like.
Oh yes, I understand how that means. I wasn't sure if she had a certain look that she wanted to have me in, but it sounds like that is not the case. Other than the materials, obviously.
So, all right, an interesting.
I'm basically just guessing what Vanir is saying at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I was able to follow for a little bit. I'm losing you again.
Yeah, it's not even every other word anymore.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hello. I don't know if he's actually trying
you
to
hear
say
me?
something. Oh.
I
Yeah,
heard a little
that.
bit.
This is annoying.
Yeah. Try for another half hour and then kind of see where we're at. Maybe.
I'm just gonna give you a little bit of information, and we're gonna move on. Did I just message that to myself, or can you all?
Okay. Your family streaming Netflix. Okay. So the gist of it is that she doesn't really have any like patterns or designs or anything like that. She just wants me in fancier type clothing.
And he's
Bye.
gone again. And he's
Dude,
back.
I think he gets back like early next week. We should try to just either reschedule or he's having a rough.
Yeah, we might need to.
That's fine. I don't mind this. I mean, we kind of got a good little setup, and then we can work from there.
So
Got everybody
I think
back
what
together.
we may do too is think about, because the next week is going to be heavy on Silborn, so me and you and Heaton can do those performance kind of things separately.
Yeah.
Just to make this go a little faster.
Yeah.
The rest of you also think about, is there anything in particular you want to do in this town? over the course of the next however many days until this meeting comes about. There are a couple of things that I know of that you haven't followed up on, if you will. So, if you choose to do that or not, is up to all of you. But I'm good to keep trying if you guys are. It's up to y'all.
Nah, I'd rather stop. The cutting in and out is
Yeah.
killing a lot of it for me.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even every other word.
Plus, like you said, it gives them a chance to kind of think about the downtime, because even if we do continue, it's going to be a lot of me and not so much them.
What was that?
That's the outlet.
You say it was the owlet? Oh,
Yeah.
those things are cool.
Alright. So,
GG.
unfortunately, my internet is the poo.
That's fine. You let me know what schedule you got. For the most part, as long as it's not Thursday night, I should be able to make it.
Yep.
We trying to do it when I'm back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to let you know. I have a funeral that's yet to be scheduled, so it'll depend on when that was scheduled for.
That's fine.
So, I'll let you know. I'll be back in Virginia on, I think, actually Monday. I gotta check my flight.
Yeah, I should be free for that. Or we'll figure something out.
Yeah, good whenever. Monday night, the earliest, probably best Tuesday or Wednesday. No is typing.
That's what I read too.
Yeah, I'm open whenever.
So we're gonna try again next Friday then, and then this is for. Or is this just
And he's gone.
bye?